A picture of 4-year-old Barack Obama at the beach with his grandfather. Behind the scenes of The X-Files, Gillian Anderson being goofy with a banana in her nose. Clint Eastwood skateboarding in Rome, 1965. 15-year-old Eva Mendes getting an autograph from 17-year-old Alyssa Milano. Pamela Anderson in her early 20s. 10-year-old Daniel Radcliffe playfully getting what he deserved after running around and spraying everyone with a water pistol on the set of David Copperfield. Young Janet and Michael Jackson. 13-year-old Britney Spears and 14-year-old Christina Aguilera, 1994. 16-year-old Nicole Kidman at a private photo session following the release of her movie BMX Bandits in Sydney, 1983. Jack Nicholson with a magnifying glass, 1986. 12-year-old Milla Jovovich playing Super Mario Bros. On her Nintendo with her dog Doc. Brigitte Bardot picking her purse from the car in Saint-Tropez, 1958. 14-year-old Brad Pitt with his basketball team, the Cherokee Rejects, 1977. Benedict Cumberbatch posing with a newspaper. The 14-year-old Dalai Lama as a young child. Young Maggie Smith in the 60s. Helena Bonham Carter at age 20 in 1986. At age 7, Drew Barrymore gives Princess Diana an E.T. doll, while Spielberg and Robert McNaughton look on at the London premiere. Audrey Hepburn goofing around on the Paris set of How to Steal a Million in the 60s. Young Vladimir Putin with his daughters. John Lennon and Yoko Ono strolling through Rue d'Antibes in Cannes, 1971, capturing a quiet moment in their iconic journey. Bill Murray sharing a dance with Gilda Radner at Studio 54, 1978, a snapshot of pure joy from the disco era. 40-year-old Michael Caine with his second wife, Shakira, 1973. 19-year-old Marilyn Monroe as Norma Jean Dougherty in Yank magazine, 1945. Photo of young Martha Stewart modeling in the 60s. Young Sofia Vergara. Young Steve Irwin. Young Lisa Kudrow, Jennifer Aniston, and Courtney Cox hanging out. 13-year-old Elijah Wood and 20-year-old Leonardo DiCaprio at the 66th Academy Awards in 1994. Kate Moss and Johnny Depp at their front door, 1994. Harrison Ford at age 36, back in 1978. Marilyn Monroe working out at age 26 in 1952. Morgan Freeman as a young man. Jessica Biel at age 16 and Scarlett Johansson at age 14. Young John Candy. A photo of 1969 showing 19-year-old Robin Williams. Kurt Cobain at age 26, showing a kitten to baby Francis, 1993. A young Stephen Fry, Hugh Laurie, Rowan Atkinson, and friends winning the first Perrier Comedy Award, 1981. Jerry Stiller and Ben Stiller at 45th and 8th Avenue in New York City. Young Alan Rickman as a teen at Latimer Upper School, 1956. "20-year-old Bob Marley on his wedding day, 1966. Steven Spielberg with 7-year-old Drew Barrymore and the same-aged Heather O'Rourke between filming E.T. and Poltergeist, 1982. Tobey Maguire and Leonardo DiCaprio met at an audition as kids. They've been best friends since the 90s. Albert Einstein wearing a traditional headdress at the Grand Canyon with a local tribe in 1922. A photo from 1994 of 13-year-old Justin Timberlake and 14-year-old Ryan Gosling. David Bowie and Iggy Pop in Moscow, 1976. Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger dancing in Antibes at the Cannes Film Festival, 1990. Colorized photo of Albert Einstein in Nassau Point, Long Island, New York, 1939. A photo from 1968 showing 7-year-old George Clooney with his family. Bruce Lee in the 1970s. Seven-year-old Frank Sinatra, circa 1922. A photo from 1965 showing young Stephen Hawking with his first wife, Jane. 26-year-old Joe Biden, long before he became vice president. A photo of 22-year-old Stephen Colbert on his university campus, 1986. "16-year-old Heath Ledger, 1995. Young Rob Lowe, Tom Cruise, and Emilio Estevez in the 80s. A photo of Ernest Hemingway striking a classic pose in Cuba. Young Tony Hawk in the 80s. 32-year-old Jack Nicholson, grinning broadly as he smokes and listens to music on a pair of headphones in his home, Los Angeles, California, 1969. A photo of 30-year-old Meryl Streep and 8-year-old Justin Henry on the set of Kramer vs. Kramer, 1979. Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep on the set of Kramer vs. Kramer, 1979. 35-year-old Frank Sinatra enjoying coffee and donuts in his trailer during a break in filming, 1950. 19-year-old John Lennon with his first wife, Cynthia Lennon, 1959. A photo from 1946 showing 3-year-old Robert De Niro with his 24-year-old father, Robert De Niro. 18-year-old Peter Dinklage in his graduation photo from Del Barton School in Morristown, 1987. Young Arnold Schwarzenegger holding a doll in the 70s. A candid photo of Kate Moss, Johnny Depp, and Iggy Pop talking in Finsbury Park, London, 1996. James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, Kirk Hammett, and Cliff Burton in their early 20s, outside their Metallica mansion in El Chorrito, 1985. A young Andy Warhol, the leading figure of pop art, at ages 5 and 12, a glimpse into the early years of a future icon. Muhammad Ali and the Jackson 5, 1977. 17-year-old Elizabeth Taylor giving a bath to her Cocker Spaniel Amy in 1949. First Lady Hillary Clinton playing Game Boy on a flight from Austin to Washington, 1993. Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones, Tina Turner, and David Bowie at the Ritz, New York City, 1983. The Top Gear lads back when they really were lads, Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond. Meryl Streep during the production of Sophie's Choice, 1982. Young Sofia Vergara. Jim Carrey as a young boy and a young man. Cher as a baby and 13-year-old in her mugshot when she was arrested for driving a car. Greg Orme, Kelly Allman, Barack Obama, and Megan Hughes on the night of their senior prom, 1979. Pablo Picasso smoking a cigarette on the beach, 1947. Actor Hugh Laurie enjoying a ride on a bumper car. 9-year-old Drew Barrymore lighting Stephen King's cigarette. 23-year-old Elvis Presley with a young polio patient, 1958. Paul Newman and Clint Eastwood meeting by chance outside a motel in Tucson, Arizona, 1972. 4-year-old Stephen King. Actress Meryl Streep riding a NYC subway in the 1990s. A young Mark Zuckerberg in his childhood, before the tech world knew his name. David Bowie, Iggy Pop, and Lou Reed, 1972. 19-year-old Barack Obama with his friends Mark Anderson and Romeo Garcia from Occidental College at a festival in Pasadena's Central Park, 1980. 15-year-old Winston Churchill as a Harrow schoolboy, 1889. John Travolta posing with his pilot hat, 1985. You didn't know he's a certified private pilot, did you? Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung after a sauna, 1907. Jack Nicholson and Roman Polanski, vacationing in the Swiss Alps, 1975. Young Christian Bale playing with his Amstrad computer. David Duchovny during his vintage and nude tea time photo shoot. Young Bill Murray with a mustache. Peter Jackson, Hugo Weaving, Ian McKellen, and Kate Blanchett hanging out. Stellan Skarsgård and a 2-year-old Alexander Skarsgård, 1978. 22-year-old Christopher Walken. Dolly Parton and Mick Jagger together after her concert at the Bottom Line, 1977, an iconic duo post-performance. 12-year-old Muhammad Ali posing prior to his amateur ring debut in 1954. A photo of Sean Connery taking a nap on the set of Dr. Number, 1962. A young Walt Disney enjoying chicken in the 40s. A rare, candid moment of the man behind the magic. Sean Connery and Brigitte Bardot meeting for the first time in Deauville, 1968, before the filming of Shalako. Young Harold Ramis on the set of Ghostbusters. 20-year-old Carrie Fisher, 1976. A young Jeremy Clarkson, long before Top Gear, showing the roots of his iconic personality. 12-year-old Bill Clinton with his saxophone, 1958. A young Arnold Schwarzenegger, 20 years old, enjoying Oktoberfest with a friend in Munich, 1967. 16-year-old Sid Vicious heading to a David Bowie concert at Earl's Court, 1973, a punk legend in the making.